Right, guys, we're back. The final day, the last 3 events. We've got 2 of them here for you. I'm excited. I'm stressed. I'm losing my hair. It's been... I do not like this at all. Having to just kind of... My fingers sore from pressing refresh. I'm messaging as many people as I can.
He's like a strung out athlete. Don't know what to do.
I know. Anyway, Lizzie, housekeeping.
So, as always, no, there is no live stream. There is absolutely nowhere that you can watch what we are about to talk about. That is because the TV networks own the rights to all of the footage. So no one has footage. What else? And obviously, this video contains spoilers.
There we go. Right, guys, the first event today was the Hercules Hold. It's a iconic looking event. You've got these huge pillars that are trying to rip the athlete's hands apart. It's kind of recreating Hercules, holding back the horses that are pulling him apart. All about grip strength and mental toughness. It's approximately 160 kilos in the hand. So me at my prime, I was 160 kilos. So imagine carrying 2 of me and just holding on as long as you can. Brutal event, just trying to... Your hand, I mean, grip is what it's all about, but you can feel it in your shoulders. It's pulling on your pecs, your deltoids, your biceps, your forearms. It's a tough event. And
sounds terrible.
I like it. It's a great event.
You have good grip though.
I do, but I just think for such a just stationary event, there's no, it's not an exciting event in terms of dynamics and stuff.
It doesn't drain you too much, does it? Like
not the whole body. So it'll take it out of your hands, obviously, and your hands will be really sore afterwards. You can kind of the calluses can get ripped, and even if you don't rip the calluses, it just like digs in so much you kind of feel it in your bones almost. It's a tough event, but some of these guys are exceptional at it. Yes. We're going to look at the results because it's exciting.
So in first place, that Canadian grip strength, JF Caron.
And I don't think that was a surprise.
No, I expected
that
JF
was
to
expected.
win this.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For me.
You've competed against him many times, and we know
JF's got an awesome grip.
Yeah. So he held it for the longest time, which was 52 seconds, earning him 10 points. Then after him, Kevin Ferris having another great result there, and
Kevin has a great grip as well. Again, I've seen he's very, very good at like the farmer's walks, frame carries, and obviously an exceptional grip as well. Not an event that you need to be a monster for.
No, because Kevin is by far the smallest guy there.
He's done amazing this year.
Yeah, he really has. His only second outing at Worlds, isn't it? And his first final, so he's done really well. Then Jerry Pritchett, expected good things from Jerry, 42.99 seconds. In case of an old man grip, and I don't say that disrespectfully.
Are you calling Jerry an old man?
No, I'm not. He's the same age as you.
I think he's slightly older, but
is
he? He's closing in on 40 actually now. And again, he's great at farmers.
A lot of the older guys do better at the grip events, don't they?
Yep, they do.
So I'm not speaking out of turn.
No, you're not.
No. And then Alexei Novikov, 41.63 seconds in 4th place. Luke Richardson after that. So that's a good result for him. I think his best result so far in the finals.
So, yep.
After him was Brian Shaw for 34 seconds in 6th place. In 7th place, Adam Bishop. No real surprises there, but it's a slight weakness for Bish.
We're talking world elite level.
Of course,
it's not like these guys have weak grips. It's just we're talking the absolute best guys.
Yeah.
Then this was the event I was worried for Tom. Sorry, Ivers was next anyway with 28.17.
Yeah.
And this was the one event I sort of, when I went up and trained with the boys, they were looking so good, and I was just a little concerned about the setup they had for the grip, and would I have trained it that way, or did it feel right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's shown that that's the one weakness.
Yeah.
And obviously not what Tom wanted, coming 9th on this event. Still, good events to come for him, but as it stood after the 4th event of the final...
Yes, let's see what the standings were at that point.
After 4 events, the overall standings were Alexei Novikov and JF Caron tied in 1st place with 32 points. Then we had Jerry Pritchett on 27 points. Next up, Adam Bishop, 26 points. Then we had Tom Stoltman, 23.5. Brian Shaw just 1 point behind, 22.5. Then Kevin Fairs only half a point behind on 22. And then Ivers and Luke Richardson both on 15.5, with Graham Hicks having had to pull out earlier. Event number 5 was the log medley, starting at 130-ish kilos. I think it was
131, I think it said.
Something like that, which is about 290 pounds, all the way up to 182 kilos, which is 400 pounds. 5 logs. So we're starting off. And one thing to kind of point out, just to start with, there was no monster log lifters in this final. There's some guys that we talk about as the best log pressers in the world. None of them were actually in the final. So this was always a hard one to pick for me, watching as a fan and kind of like knowing all the guys. I found this one really hard to pick, and there were some surprising results.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell us the results, Lizzie.
Okay, so in first place was Tom Stoltman. So obviously Luke Stoltman, his brother, is known as one of the best log pressers in the world, but brother Tom is learning from the best.
And how good is that after that disappointment in the Hercules Hold?
He absolutely needed that.
I know how much he's been training his pressing, and I've seen the improvement, but I didn't expect him to win. So this is a huge performance. I mean, it's just one event has really cost him.
Yeah.
Other than that,
he's had an amazing performance.
What an amazing final so far, with the stones to come.
I know. His banker event. Wow, we say banker, but
there's no banker.
There's never any guarantees.
Man, but if you're going to put money on a guy on stones, I'd be putting mine on him.
Yeah, damn straight. So then in second place, Jerry Pritchett, and we kind of expected that, didn't we? I mean, I was a bit worried because Jerry did log in the heats, and he did amazing. He did like
pushed
9
himself,
reps,
didn't he?
But I was a bit worried he might be a bit fatigued, but obviously not that much because he placed second. He took 9 points. Alexei Novikov, expected good things from him.
He's a great presser.
And he's so dynamic, isn't he? Because it's moving between the logs as well.
Exactly. Speed is important on this event.
Yeah. Then Ivers Schmalkstelis. Yeah. He came in
Ivers put in some great solid performances.
He has, yeah. It's just a bit inconsistent, which is why he's lower down. But he's had a couple of great
he's had no events where he's sort of won or been like top 3. So to get those big points, and that's the real hard thing in a final of World's Strongest Man. With 10, when you've got 10 amazing guys, if you can't win or be top 3 on an event, it's really hard to pick up those big points. You don't want to be 6th, 7th all the time, because you're just getting those little drips and drabs of points. There we go.
Then who did I just say? That was Ivers.
Kevin next.
Kevin Ferris. Another good
I'll tell you what, that's an impressive performance. When we talk about most improved guys, he's got to be up there.
Definitely.
You know, it's one thing coming in and being good at the events that you're already good at. But he's made big progress on so many events this year. Just fantastic to see him doing so well.
Beating some big names in this event as well. So next was Europe's strongest man, Luke Richardson. He took 6th place. Then in 7th place was Brian Shaw. 8th was Adam Bishop, and 9th, so this was a real important result. 9th, JF Karan. Not what we wanted to see for JF at all.
No, honestly, I thought JF would do better than this, particularly with the lineup of pressers. I was expecting
mid-table at worst.
Yeah, and I don't want to sort of like make guesses that maybe he hurt himself or something, because I'm hoping that's not the case.
Of course.
But obviously, just like you guys, we're not there watching the information, so we don't know what's kind of actually kind of happening. But surprised with that result, and that's probably blown it for JF winning, I think.
And he was joint first before this, so to come 9th, essentially last because Graham's not in. So yeah, that's going to be hard to handle, isn't it?
It is. So
let's see what that did to the overall standings.
Right, guys, the overall with just one event left. I'm going to start at the bottom. Graham Hicks in 10th place. Luke Richardson on 20.5 points. Ivers Schmalkstelis on 22.5 points. Brian Shaw 26.5. This is where it gets super close. Kevin Fairs 28 points. Adam Bishop 29 points. Tom Stoltman in 4th place at the moment with 33.5 points, with the Atlas Stones to come. Half a point ahead is JF Karan on 34. And then in 2nd place at the moment on 36 points, Jerry Pritchett. And the young Ukrainian, 24-year-old Alexei Novikov, potentially he could be the youngest ever winner. I think John Paul Sigmarsson was 24 as well, but I don't know who would have been younger out of these two.
We'll have to look it
We'll
up.
have to look it up,
Crunch the
definitely.
numbers.
He's on 40 points. He's got a 4-point lead. Personally, I think that's going to be hard to beat, to catch. The advantage he's going to have now is he'll get to go last
Yes.
on the stones. So
I know what he needs to do.
I 100% believe in Tom Stoltman's ability on Atlas stones.
Yeah.
He's such a confident lifter. When you kind of around him and you see him and you just watch the way he lifts heavy stones.
Yeah.
I've seen very few people be able to manhandle stones like he can. He's just a phenomenal stone lifter. Everyone else in this contest, hard to predict on stones.
Yeah, I mean...
Really hard. And I think, I always say this in prediction videos, and I've said it many times, stones comes down to what position you're in the contest.
Course.
Because it's the last event, your body's beaten and broken. They've gone through the heats. So for some of them, they went through the...
Fourth day of competition, this is.
Fourth day in a
without
row,
a rest.
no break.
Yeah.
Some of them have already done stones. They've had to push deadlift or squat for reps, some of them. They've pushed max deadlifts. They've got all the events in the final. Long days of waiting around, not eating how you'd want to. They're all going to be really tired by now.
Jet lag for some of them as well.
Jet lag should be okay by now, but they've been there for a few days now. But regardless of that, they are all feeling it.
Yeah,
they're all going to be hurting.
Yeah.
And when you're in a fighting position for a podium, you don't feel that pain quite as much.
No, they're going to be putting.
There's going to be a lot of
lives.
nerves. Even Alexei Novikov with that 4-point lead.
Oh yeah,
he's going to be nervous.
He's got everything to lose now,
and
though.
Stones are one of the events that you can make mistakes on.
Yeah.
Anything can still happen, but look how close that is between, like, you've got 28 points, 29 points, 33 and a half.
Am I right in thinking Novikov has some sort of stone record for reps over a bar?
I don't know. I haven't heard.
I don't know if I'm making things up now. I'm so tired.
I don't believe so. And to be quite honest, from what I've seen of Novikov, his stone in runs has not been as good as some of these guys.
Okay.
That being said, he's impressed me so much this year. And when a younger guy improves, the improvements are generally much greater.
Yeah.
So I believe his stones are going to be good. He's turned up in incredible shape this year. You know, we always knew how good he was. He's got a no better chance than this. 4 points into the league, going into the Atlas Stones.
Yeah.
I've not world's strongest man, but I've been in that position in competitions where you've got that pressure on yourself. And Stones was never my best event, but when I was in a good position, I somehow just raised my game and managed to. When I won Europe's, I came third on the Stones against the likes of Hafthor and Kiliashkovsky, those type of guys. Whereas in another competition, if I wasn't in that position, I might have come bottom of the table on the stones. It's one of those, when you're in that position and you've got that pressure on you, as long as you can handle it, you can raise that game. So I think he's going to be very hard to beat.
Can they keep a cool head? And you know, some experienced guys right behind him as well who might deal with that pressure much better. But
I think he's got enough of a lead. It's a shame Tom had that poor Hercules Hold. I think a few more points on that, he could have been challenging for the title.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to say Tom gets onto the podium.
Yeah, definitely.
It's
I hope JF doesn't get knocked off.
Well,
he needs the podium.
He's going to have to put an incredible performance on. I'm going to say Alexei Novikov holds on.
Yeah.
Tom Stoltman gets second. Jerry Pritchett third.
Oh, okay.
And I picked JF for the win. I really did. And unfortunately, that performance, one performance, he's been faultless throughout the whole contest, has let him down. But
it's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
No.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts, guys. We've got one event to wait up for. It's probably going to be a late
all
one.
Night, yeah.
As always.
Yeah, we don't sleep anymore. It's fine.
It's fine. It's
Sleep is
fine.
for the
It's
week.
exciting. Guys, it's going to be exciting. We'll be back as soon as we can with the winner of this year's World's Strongest Man. While you're here, guys, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my awesome strength content.